All right, Shag Mallory coming to another video. We're gonna talk about content creation, man. I get the questions a lot about how I get all these heavyweight events. You know what I mean? Like I say, different concerts, Beyonce, Taylor Swift, Usher and Chris Brown, man, house events, all that. How do I get these events, right? And here's the deal, man. I work everybody. I'm not saying that bragging. I'm saying I work everybody because I go harder than everybody. And with a lot of these young content creators, they got to understand, you got to get on your horse, okay? I got this rule, right? And a lot of people don't know this about me. I send between emails, DMs, and inboxes. I'm going to send 75 a day, okay? 75 a day. So just do the math, man. I'm sending 75 messages a day, one way or another. I'm going to stay booked up, okay? Because that's a day. So we know the first day, 75. The second day is what? 150. Third day, 225. Fourth day, 300. Then you got 375. So 375 a week, okay? So that keep your funnel built up. But you got to get to it, okay? A lot of people got the cameras, they got the tools, they got everything they need to get to it, but do they have the fortitude to get to it? You get what I'm saying? See, the easy thing is setting up your rig and your lights and all that. The hard part is sending that email. Okay, what I'm going to say? Am I going to use chat? I'm going to use my own language. How am I going to do this? But how am I going to get to these people? Because one thing about it, if you laying up in the bed, man, McDonald's ain't coming to you saying, hey, shoot our video. Burger King ain't coming to you, get you out the bed and say, hey, we need you to get up real fast. We need you to shoot this video. No, that ain't how that work. You got to go get it. And another thing I tell my son all the time, is your portfolio filled out, okay? Can you say on photography, videography, I shot a birthday, I shot a corporate event, I've shot a school event, I shot a sports event, I shot a wildlife event, I shot an outdoor event, I shot an indoor event, I shot a funeral, I shot a baby being born. All this stuff is your portfolio filled out, because I think people get this confused sometimes. You could be dope in your head, but what do your portfolio say? Like, for example, my portfolio filled out. I can show you 25 different events, none being the same as the other, because it took the time to fill it out. Because you got to understand, these people you want to hire you and pay you this good money that you worth, they got to be able to trust you, man. They job on the line. They have you come up in there and you got some bogus footage you threw, and they threw too. What they say, pack him up. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. So you got to go ahead and get your portfolio filled out before you get out there, okay? And then get your portfolio filled out the fastest. You're going to volunteer a little time and effort, okay? You need to volunteer for a few events or go down on your price. Now, your prices might not be high as mine, but you can go ahead and bring your prices down and say, hey, man, look, this is my first time. I'm shooting this. Woo up the bam. I'm going to do it for free. I'm going to do it on the house. Just give me a love offering, a tip or whatever. You know what I mean? And then that's how you get your stuff filled out. And then have some real friends and some real critics to tell you, hey, bro, you need to change this. You see what I'm saying? You need to change that. You need to do this. You need to do that. So therefore, you could be at your best performance. Because like I said, we realize photography and videography, you see it instantly, okay? But when you start getting to these upper echelon levels, man, people want to see some quality stuff, okay? I tell people with videography all the time, hey, picture could look like trash, okay? That sound better be slapping, okay? So are you investing to your sound? So all these things go into content creation when we talk about videography. On the videography side, photography a little bit more forgiving, but photography is more precise, man. You got to hit it right there, boom, 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 boom. But ask yourself, man, are you putting in the work to be the greatest photographer, videographer, content creator, creative director, or whatever you want to call it going forward? So ask yourself that, man. Need any help, any advice, anything like that? Hit me in the inbox. I'm Shag with another video and I'm out.